Whether I walk with a slap on the wrist and they just deport me or do suspended imprisonment and fine me, he already grifted his money. It doesn't matter if it takes till 2026. It doesn't matter if it takes the end of this year. If I walk away with a slap on the wrist and they let me go home to America.
Only thing he could do to get him out of prison time is to award a suspended sentence. Everyone wants Johnny to be behind bars for some period of time.
Guys, we've got a massive update about Johnny Somali. Just a few hours ago on his live stream, Johnny committed another crime, one that will likely be added to his long list of charges. But that's not all. Johnny made some really disrespectful comments again, this time targeting Legal Mindset, calling him a fake lawyer. And he didn't stop there. He also dragged in others who've actually exposed him for real, making even more insulting remarks that are honestly humiliating and disgusting. We'll break everything down in a moment, but before that, listen to what he said in his recent stream. Johnny claimed that Legal Mindset is using him just to make money.
If you passed the bar, if you became an attorney in Florida, why would you flee to Thailand to make videos about 20-year-old streamers? You know what I mean? It just doesn't add up. He's admitted, like, if we watch the Bash TV video, he's admitted it's a job for him. He does it for money. If there was no financial benefit for him covering me, oh guys, we got membership, we got donation, guys. I just watched it in the Bash TV. He wouldn't be covering me, bro. He doesn't give a about justice. He doesn't give a about the metal statue. He doesn't give a fuck about me going to jail. He's made his money. Whether I walk with a slap on the wrist and they just deport me or do suspended imprisonment and fine me, he already grifted his money. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if it takes till 2026. It doesn't matter if it takes the end of this year. If I walk away with a slap on the wrist and they let me go home to America, made his money off you niggas. Johnny's Discord said this. Johnny, amazing content. Amazing content.
Johnny, we actually want you to get more than just a slap on the wrist. We want you to face real punishment for everything you've done. All the real exposes, those who've been calling Johnny out, don't want to see him getting used for content just to make money. They want him to finally face the punishment he deserves for everything he's done. Everyone's working toward the same goal, to make sure that manipulative people like Johnny can't keep committing crimes and escaping every time. That's why people are pushing hard for serious action against him. And the delusion this guy has, it's wild. In his recent stream, Johnny seriously claimed that he's super famous and that people are making money by using his name, as if he's doing the world a favor. He thinks he's giving people fame, when in reality, people are speaking out against his disgusting behavior. So let me ask you this. Do you think Johnny Somali is famous because he deserves it? Or are you one of the many who raise their voice against injustice? Let me know what you think. And guys, do you know why Johnny is still able to say all these big talks? It's because he's still not in jail. Even though he's a criminal, he's still streaming and trying to play the victim, claiming that Koreans are treating him unfairly or calling him black.
There is a war against black people and being assassinated by modern-day rooftop Korea.
Using this as his excuse. That's just him begging for sympathy as a victim, while at the same time he's openly talking about serious crimes. But honestly, we all know the truth. Johnny is actually a damager to the black community.
He is not a fan of the black community. As a matter of fact, he hates the black community, and he roasts them every chance he gets.
Your people have been here 300, 400 years as slaves. You guys sell drugs, do most of the crime. Have no culture. Your culture is Lil Wayne, Lil Baby, Lil Durk.
It was 100% worth searching for it for an hour to, hear him say verbally. So whatever's coming out of his mouth is dog shit. They want to take me down because of the color of my skin, not because I've been degenerate and I've been harassing people and doing illegal shit.
Exactly. Johnny truly believes he's done nothing wrong. Guys, let's be real. Johnny will never feel shame for what he's done. He didn't even plead guilty for his deepfake crime, like he thinks he can just walk free no matter what. But guess what? The judge isn't sitting around doing nothing. The judge has already issued a punishment for him no matter how much delay the trial.
The thing is, it's mandatory prison. There's no fine option. So the judge cannot give him a fine. The only thing he could do to get him out of prison time is to award a suspended sentence. But when I'm telling you right now, the probability of him even getting one suspended sentence on one count is low. He has 2 counts. So the probability of him getting a suspended sentence on both of those is near 0. It would actually be pretty, crazy for him to get a suspended sentence for both of those, which means he'd do mandatory prison time, which is really what everybody wants in this case. Everyone wants Johnny to be behind bars for some period of time and not just get a fine, which will be perceived as a slap on the wrist. So that's why the deepfakes have been such a big thing, and that's why he pled not guilty to both of them.
Guys, we've got more updates. In his recent stream, Johnny Somali tried to rebrand himself completely. Now he claims he's a political activist and even a journalist. And on top of that, he's saying he wants to get unbanned from Twitch. But here's the funny part. Even he admits that if Twitch unbanned him, he'd get banned again within 2 seconds because of his own behavior. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he's not planning to change.
I got some new reels on there. I got me with the kids. So I can't open it because I'm not signed in. But like, go follow me on Instagram at Johnny Somalia. I am a comedian. I am a political activist, political prisoner now, and I am a journalist. That's what I would tell. That's what I say about myself. That's what I would say about myself. I am. If do you guys think if I get my Twitch unbanned, which is coming soon, how long do you guys think I'm gonna last on Twitch? 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month? How long am I gonna last on Twitch? Because honestly, my Twitch unban is coming up. My Twitch unban, possible Twitch unban is coming up. How long am I gonna last on Twitch? 2 seconds? 1 hour? 1 day? I'm not gonna lie, Hank say the N-word once and I'm gone off Twitch. More like a day on Twitch. You're not getting an unban? Bro, they unban Sneeko on Twitch. I think I can get unbanned.
What a delusion. Johnny, you think you'll get unbanned and just go back to your usual clout-chasing nonsense? Come on. Guys, we all know the truth. Streamers like Johnny, Ice Poseidon, and others like them rise from platforms like Twitch and Kick, where they're given attention, views, and sometimes even money despite their toxic behavior. Countries like Japan, Korea, and others need to start strictly banning this kind of behavior. But what do we see instead? They get a small fine, maybe a slap on the wrist, and that's it. No real consequences. And then they use the controversy and they get even more clout, make money, and walk away laughing. Let's be real. If governments keep just handing out fines without taking real legal action, then this isn't law enforcement anymore. It's business.
Yeah, I really think that, like, if it was somebody else that did these sort of things, like was being a troublemaker in one of these countries, I could probably allow them getting like a fine or a deportation. But the problem with specifically nuisance streamers is that, or Johnny was implying, and I don't know if it's true or not, probably isn't, but he was saying that he was making about $1,000 a day. He was in Japan for about a month, so that's about $30,000. If you walk away from a country with even a $15,000 fine, that's just a business expense. So
correct. For kick streamers, for nuisance streamers, for example, the IP crew in Japan, a lot of them were making thousands of dollars a day. In fact, I heard that Ice Poseidon was making up 6,000 to 8,000 a day for streaming on those casino sites. So that is absolutely a slap on the wrist for them if they are able to not get prison time. That's the only thing they're mad about, is when they get detained so they can't keep streaming. That's the only thing.
These platforms, they know exactly what they're doing as well, because they incentivize them to go and cause trouble, just get any attention, and they use them up and spit them out. And that's what Johnny's experiencing.
Is that he's basically been used up and now spat out, and now he's like floundering over from platform to platform to platform.
Guys, you've probably seen it. Johnny Somali once again made disrespectful comments about legal mindset. In my previous video, many of you saw how Johnny already made disgusting remarks, and now he's done it again. What's important to understand is this. Even in South Korea, making defamatory or insulting comments about a lawyer in public can be considered a crime. In South Korea, insulting or defaming a lawyer isn't just drama. It can land you in real legal trouble. Even if what you say is true, if it damaged their reputation publicly, you could face up to 7 years in prison. And if you straight up curse at them or call them names online, that's a criminal offense too. Up to 1 year in jail or a hefty fine. So before you rant about a lawyer on social media, remember, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from consequences. But you see, the main reason behind all Johnny's big bad talks is actually the South Korean system. This is a huge failure of the South Korean system. Just look at what happened with Vitaly in the Philippines. Once the law caught up with him, his streaming stopped immediately because he couldn't do anything new. If the same happened to Johnny, then he would finally face real punishment.
You can't just commit crime and be like, oh, they caught me because of the color of my skin in Korea. You want to hear an example? Your uncle, Vitaly. He's not even free to be out. At least be thankful you're not behind bars until, you're convicted. Just be thankful you're out, you're breathing fresh air. You're not in prison with no AC and just very bad food.
Exactly. This is where the real problem lies. If Johnny had been kept under proper supervision by South Korean police during the trial, or if the trial had moved faster, then he wouldn't have been able to commit all these new crimes in the meantime. But because of delays and weak monitoring, he's been out here streaming, provoking, disrespecting people, and doing whatever he wants without more fear. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Should Korea have handled this differently, or do you think their current strategy is actually working? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.